and welcome to a very special homebrew review. Why is this a very special homebrew review? Well, I'll tell you why it's a very special homebrew review. It's because it's got me in it. I'm only joking. I'm doing a St Austell Tribute Cornish Pale Ale. This is also in the 4 for £5 sale in Waitrose at the moment, so let's give this a little bit of a readout for you. The good thing about this one is it gives us more information than the other ales I've bought. So let me just tell you a little bit about it. It's a pale amber in colour. Tribute is a moorishly drinkable beer with delicious full-bodied malt flavours and a citrus aroma. Brewed using Cornish spring water, Cornish gold and Maris Otter malts with a hand-picked blend of aromatic hops. It's a truly Cornish pale ale, which is great because I love Cornwall. Trouble is with Cornwall, even though it's a beautiful place when it's sunny, I tell you what, they don't half get a shitload of crap weather down there, mate. I'm telling you. The ingredients are natural Cornish spring water, Maris Otter pale ale malt, Cornish gold malt, Fuggles, Willamette and Styrian golden hops, our own brewer's yeast. So there you go, it's 4.2% on the ABV, and the good thing about this, what I love about it, on the back you've got a little bit of a chart that tells you about the colour, the aroma and the taste. So I'm just going to go through that with you now. The colour is a pale amber, we'll find that out in a second. The aroma has got orange zest and tropical fruit. The taste is fresh orange and grapefruit. The malt is Maris Otter and Cornish gold, we've just said that. The hops are Willamette, Fuggles and Styrian. The bitterness is 3 out of 5 and the sweetness is 4 out of 5. So I'm expecting quite a sweet ale here. So there it is, the Tribute Cornish Pale Ale, clocking in at a medium 4.2%. St Austell. And the reason I bought this, as I said, is I love Cornwall, and I haven't been there for, oh god, at least 5 or 6 years now, possibly even longer than that. And it's a beautiful place, but whenever I go there, folks, it rains. You know, if I go there for a week, you can bet your arse that I might get 2 sunny days out of 7 if I'm lucky, and the rest of the time it pisses down the rain. And you know, it's such a shame because it really is a beautiful place. There are so many golden beaches down there, and they do fantastic Cornish pasties as well, don't they? We love the Cornish pasties, folks. Shame you can't get them up here as good as the ones they do down there, you know. Get yourself a proper Cornish pasty, you know, not from bloody Ginsters, not from them, because that's not a proper Cornish pasty, mate. Go down to Cornwall. So there we go then. There's your Tribute Golden Ale. Oh, sorry, not golden, is it? It's a pale ale. Give it a pour. Again, I'm using the ale glass, the Spiegel ale glass, and immediately I can tell it's a crystal clear drink. There you go, folks. Now let's take a look at the back. The colour is a pale amber. Would you say that's a pale amber, folks? Let me just move out of the way. I tell you what, if I put it up against a white background, you might be able to get a better idea as to the colour. Does that help at all? Probably doesn't, does it? Not when you've got my big fat belly poking out from underneath the table. So there you go. Now, the smell is allegedly orange zest and tropical fruit, so let's give it a smell. There's not a massive amount of smell going on, but what I can say is that there's definitely some zestiness going on. Tropical fruit, I wouldn't agree with that. There's not enough smell going on there. There's not enough aroma to say that that's a tropical fruit smell. I don't know where they're getting that from. Yeah, it's not a massively high aroma coming out of there. It's bog standard really. It's quite a nice colour though, I quite like the colour. It's looking good in the hourglass. Let's give it a little bit of a sip, folks. Right, there is a sharpness which I would expect from you know, sort of zesty hop that's got sort of grapefruit kind of flavours to it. Can I taste any hoppage other than that sort of citrusy kind of grapefruit twang? It's supposedly quite sweet, this. I wouldn't say it's sweet. I'd say it's medium with a hint of sweetness. It's not bad, you know. It's interesting, and you know what I was saying in some of the other beer review videos about how you can get different kinds of flavours out from what is essentially the same drink. You know, an ale is an ale, but no two ales taste exactly the same, do they? And that's what I find fascinating about tasting different ales, is the amount of you know, the different types of flavours you can get out of an ale, depending upon what malt you use, what hops you use, what additions are in there, or adjuncts, as the people in the trade say. It's more interesting than some of the other ales because there is a hint of zestiness in the aroma. It's quite earthy though as well, I would say, but it's a very interesting drink. I like it. I like it, but then, you know, I'm easily pleased. What can I say? You folks may have a completely different opinion on the Tribute Cornish Pale Ale. It's really rather pleasant. It's everything I want from an ale. It's got lots of things going on in there. There's the citrus hit. There's a little bit of sweetness there. There's that sharp sort of zestiness that you get from sort of oranges and grapefruits, and it's not as smooth as perhaps the previous ale I've tried, the golden ale from Dutchy. But having said that, it's a perfectly lovely ale. Very, very pleasant. Nice drink. There is some sharpness there that you get from the citrus. I would say that the difference in this ale that stands out from perhaps some of the other ales, I wouldn't say that this is a sessionable drink. I think this is probably a drink that you would have as a one-off. Because of that zest, that hint of sharpness, I'm not convinced that I could drink a lot of this. I could quite easily drink a couple of them, but then I think the sharpness there, you know, that sort of zesty twang, would probably be a bit too much for me, and I'd much rather prefer a smoother ale, you know, with a light hit rather than that kind of zest slap you in the face thing that I'm getting from this. I'm not saying it's unpleasant, it's perfectly fine, but up against the other two ales that I've drunk so far, I would say this is in third place, which is not to say it's a bad ale at all. It's a perfectly pleasant ale. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. And that puts it in line with some of the ales I've managed to brew myself. which is no bad thing, you know. You can brew a perfectly decent ale. Of course, you're not going to get crystal clear colours like this, because these have been filtered, of course, and mass produced, and of course our home brew isn't, unless you're doing a lager or a Mexican cerveza or something, and you're lagering for about 6 weeks in a beer fridge that's temperature controlled, as I'm doing at the moment with the Mexican cerveza. You're not going to get that clarity. It's a really nice looking ale. I'd say, yeah, 7 out of 10 folks for that one. It's perfectly nice, nothing wrong with it at all. Do I regret buying it? No. Would I buy it again? Probably not. I'd be more inclined to buy one of the other ales that I've reviewed. You know, the Duchy Originals, the Golden Ale, and the other Ruby Ale. I think it was a Ruby Ale that we tried earlier. So thank you for watching this. Keep watching, folks. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. We're getting quite a lot of subscribers recently. We've had a mass hit on the subscribers. So thank you to the people that have ticked the box down below for subscribing, giving me the thumbs up. If you like the videos, give me the thumbs up, or leave a comment, because that will tell me that I'm doing the right thing. And you know, if you want to give me the thumbs down, that's absolutely fine, but leave a comment. You know, Uncle Jonna has had the same thing recently. He's had a couple of people going thumbs down. I've not had that as yet, but I'd much rather prefer you leave a comment saying, Roy, I don't think your reviews are any good because you don't talk about this, or you don't talk about that, or you need to talk more about this. Let me know. I'm more than happy to take your opinions on board and ignore them. Alright? See you next time, folks. Ta-da!